Hi. Let me get going on here. See what's going. See what's going. People's Guide. Yes. Here. See. Okay, that's there. That's there. Where else are we? Everywhere. No. Go one more. One more. Let's see. Where the heck is this thing? I thought I had it done. That's read those. That's Lesko. That's okay. Hold on. Let me get everything going here. It was here. Where it happened? Oh, there it is. Okay. Live from New York or from Washington, D.C. It's Saturday Cartoons. Isn't it Saturday? Yeah, I think it's Saturday. Good. Okay, that's there. Hi, Mark Heller. Oh. Let's see. It says, I'm good. Okay. Raya. Oh, Tennessee. Oh, Tennessee. Good. Hi. Hi, everybody. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Actually, what... I want to make sure everybody knows about my YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Facebook. Yeah, who was that guy who was on Capitol Hill, huh? Somebody was, what surprised me about him giving testimony is, how he said he was, they screwed up. You rarely see Fortune 500 companies executives saying, yeah, it's our fault. But and how he wants to be regulated by the government. And then I was listening to somebody today that the reason that will be helpful for them, because then they become like a utility, and then it'll be harder for anybody to get into the business and compete with them, because they'll be the big guys on the block. This is who the government's trying to make sure is okay. So if somebody else gets in it, they're going to always be number two. Did you get my Fundly page? Not sure, Alan. Who's on? Look who's online. That's right. Naima. Wow. I haven't seen you in a while. No, I haven't. Boy, I've been so bloody busy. Look around, but things are well. I hope things are well for you. Did you get a date for your friend doing the study hall and the exercise together? Let me know you have a date for doing that, so people who watch me in that area should know that you're doing that stuff. But also remember, I want people to know about free money news, lesko.com/freemoneynews. This is where I keep putting all the new things on there. I still do a lot of research every day, and that's what most of my day is just doing research for client reports. If you want to do start a business, or there are two main things. If you not yet, okay. I'm going live. I hope I'm coming back live. Yes, I'm live back. Okay. So that's interesting how it comes back live on me. But anyway, so I go there and I find a lot of neat stuff every day. Sort of like now, I just put up some items. If you want to go to facebook.com/freemoneynews, or maybe be watching me there, even because I have a live stream on that page too. And I found out that now with the marijuana industry, it's just growing. And it's growing so much, all the fat cats are getting in. We're going to get the venture capitalists and all that kind of stuff. Looks like Trump may not need to use his nukes, right? Yeah, it's sort of interesting. I guess you need somebody really scary to get somebody really scary in line or something. I don't know. But anyway, that is pretty cool. Now, the other thing is, the marijuana industry. There's a big growth industry. And actually, there are states now, I think about half the states now, it's legalized in some form or other. Whether it's just for medical or for personal use. But more and more, obviously, are coming. And now that the big money guys are getting into it. And I say guys because these are venture capitalists, and 95% of them are male. So it is, you can't get grants easy. Well, nothing is easy. If you want to do easy, you got to really switch the channel. That's another thing. I think this is why we're all in trouble and can't do shit, because there's people, like me included, say, "Oh, how easy this is, and you just do this and it's easy," and it ain't. And life ain't easy, And as salesman, anybody selling you, you go to easy, clean your floors, easy, do that. Yeah, maybe in relative terms, something will be easier. Your commercial said that it was easy, and it's not easy, and now you're saying the opposite. Well, yeah, when I only have a minute, if you watch my commercials and you're pissed off because I said it was easy. Yes, it's easy in a relative sense, and I only have 30 seconds to get you. And that's why, to me, what I have, so I can't explain things. I mean, just explaining this to you is going to take 3-4 minutes. And when I was buying commercials at tens of thousands of dollars, can't do it. Yeah, I spent hours trying to figure out it all. I can't get across and waste my time. Well, you got to learn more, and that's what it all is. I mean, all I know is that the government gives out over $22,000 to every family in America, and it's not called grants, and that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing, see, I don't have time to tell you that 80–90% of the free money the government gives out is not even called grants. So you're looking for grants, you're SOL. I mean, they're there and they're separate, but that's just a small fraction. So that's what I mean. It's all about educating yourself. You know what I've learned, there's no free lunch. Well, I don't know what you mean by free lunch. The programs I'm talking about are absolutely free now. Sure, they're not free because someone is paying for them, and you're already paying for them in your taxes, and so are the rest of us living here. And then there's other ways to do things that don't cost money, that don't cost anybody else's money too. And that's because the internet and platforms and things like that. You should have put in your book in the 90s SBIR grants. SBIR grants have been around probably since the 60s, and they're in my books back in the 90s, and they're in my literature now. And that's probably the one biggest grant for businesses. But now they're complicated. That's the only business grant that's extremely complicated. But now there's grants to help you fill out those grants. States now have grants. They give you like $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to help you fill out the paperwork that's required for an SBIR. Hello, Matthew. Thanks for coming on today. Yes, somebody wants me. I got beat up, but that's fine. If I don't get beaten up, I feel I'm not doing anything. But back to marijuana. So if you go onto Free Money News, and that's why if anybody thinks everything I say should be perfect and everything I say will make life easy, no, it's not. It's going to take a shitload of work. And the best you could get from me or anybody else is just some healthy tips or whatever to help you go up the learning curve faster. And that the stuff you have to learn, you have to go through it. So you don't learn a language, just overnight and get one book. No, you see all the ads, just spend 15 minutes and you learn a language. That's bullshit. But it gets you in the door. You have cooked everything. You have cooked everything. I don't know. I don't do much cooking anymore. I used to cook a lot younger. I appreciate you. Oh, now that's nice, isn't it? Are you Mr. Wow? I don't know. Is there anything that's not regulated right now and everything seems to be regulated? Yes, and I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, right now, just think of, there's some things that probably piss you off that's regulated because it involves you. Things that, to me, what I like about regulation, because organizations are so big now, you have no control over it. Somebody pisses you off, an organization takes advantage of you, me or whatever. What are you going to do? Hire an attorney to come after some Fortune billion-dollar company? No, you can't afford that. And they're better than your attorneys anyway. But regulation helps a little guy get power back in the system. Because they could come out. Your insurance company doesn't pay a claim. You go to the regulator and contact them. They will contact your insurance company, even if you're wrong. Now, when the insurance company gets a letter from you because you're complaining, big deal. They lose you. The insurance company gets a letter from the regulator in your state. Now, see, that regulator could put them out of business forever. So they have a lot more power in this system than you will ever have. So that's why you have to start learning how to use these regulators yourself. Thank you for the inspiration. I have an appointment with the Cooperative Extension next week. I told her I want to use my land my land highest and best use, especially crops. Good, and help the community. Great. So, you're right. You want to start a business at home, cooking or something like that. Your county cooperative extension service will help you with that. Any kind of food-related business. You want to make dog food. I was helping somebody who wanted to go in the dog food business. Now, that's a big growth area. There's 60 million pets in this country. 60 million. And a lot of it is from young people, millennials, because they can't afford to have children, so they're having pets. So we have the growth in the pet industry. So that's a clue. You want to be a dog partner. People are making $40,000 a year in their apartment taking care of dogs just when people are out of town. And what's neat about now, because of platforms, you could do it doesn't cost you any money to do it. The platform takes care of the insurance, the platform takes care of finding customers. You still have to hustle. I mean, it's not going to be easy. You heard that word, right? What's businesses in Russia? Oh, Russia don't have businesses. Businesses have Russia. I don't know. It's hello from California. Hi. So that's right. It's okay. The marijuana. Actually, I was starting now. If you want to get in the marijuana business, okay, and now it's getting. It's attracting a lot of big money. So that means when they're attracting a lot of big money, that means the sharks come out. They want to get, there's people now, it took 4 months countless searching to get appointments. Yes, it does. Now you have an appointment, and that even still may or may not work out. But you still have to do it. What else? You have something better to do? Fine, do it. You don't. You just keep grinding away. That's the only way to live. There's no other way to live except pounding your head against the wall. You want to sit home and do nothing? Fine. You could live that way and die someday and nothing will happen. I'm finding businesses in Russia and can't find what? I'm finding businesses in Russia. Can a small person get started in that business? I mean, in Russia or the marijuana business? Yes, and it all depends how. You have to be smart enough about it. Now, to learn, see, if you go and Google, I want to be a marijuana business. And so what's going to happen now, you're going to find cannabis. You're going to find people who want to sell you big, expensive things to get you in the business. Do your best, your head against the wall, and grind every day until you found a job that you got. Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing. And that makes you be more creative. What happens as you bang your head against the wall? You say, hey, I have to do it different. And that's the key. We're all doing things the same way and expecting to get better results. No, you try some shit else. Something else, it doesn't matter. Who wears turtlenecks these days? Me. I'm an old guy, and I have turkey neck. See, I wear a turtleneck because you can't see my sagging neck. It's cold in Washington. I don't know about you, but it's like in the 50s here, and it's sort of toasty. So as an older person, you get thinner blood, thinner skin, thinner everything. So it's nice being warm. So back to the marijuana business. Okay, so don't go in because you're going to get accountants, attorneys, and everything. Lesko, I order your book. How long does it take? It depends on what book you ordered. If you ordered the One Stop, it's downloaded right away. So if you ordered the One Stop, it's downloaded right away, and it's right there. And now, by the way, I have another, this thing, free.lesko.com/top50. Now that's all downloadable right there too, and that's the top 50 programs that I have that you could use for any state, and that's what I put together there, and also how to get out of debt forever. So and there's 24% off, 25% off. I thought it was a dickie. Well, no, a dickie means it's not a whole way, right? That's just, I used to wear those back in the 50s or something. What do you know about starting a Chick-fil-A? Is that what that is? A Chick-fil-A? I don't know. That's a. If that's a franchise, then what you do, you have to, all franchises are regulated at the state capital. And that's where you go get the money. Actually, only about 17 states, I think, regulate it. But that's where you can get the background. Don't get the stuff that people are selling you. You can't trust anybody selling you. Me too. That includes me. That's why people ask you, hey, how do I know you're not a scam? You don't. And if you're asking me to answer that, then that's even wrong. Because if I'm really a scam artist, I know a good answer that will convince you that I'm not a scam artist. So you can't, the only way you check if somebody's not a scam artist is you have to check their sources, and go and find out if the stuff they're telling you is real or not. And that means work on your part. Otherwise, you're going to trust somebody and who they know. Where do you live whole your where do you live whole your life? I'm Washington D.C. area. Actually, we live both in Maryland and downtown Washington D.C. And there's two different places. It's fun. But so marijuana, okay, marijuana, so you go to the internet and you place, okay, you need help for starting a marijuana business. You don't know the laws, you don't know all this kind of stuff. And what do you do? Okay, if you Google that, you're just going to get accountants, lawyers, and everything, card for some, and they're just going to charge you a lot of money. Don't do that. Go to the nonprofits. In other words, they're trying to get money from you. Big amounts of money, because you don't know shit about it. Okay, but no, don't. Guys, you can find out about it. You just do a little work. And the way to get that information is go to grassroots, okay? So that's who so people like Normal, NORML.org. That's a nonprofit organization, that really, they started the whole thing. They're people behind a startup and costs only $10,000, but there's an application. Yeah, I don't know if you want to start that. If you don't have $10,000, then you should worry about it. If you have $10,000 to lose, then and you think it's a good idea, then okay. But if you don't, that's the problem. You're going to go into debt for something that is going to make you money and you don't know. I still think that's bad. Okay, back to Normal. Normal. And also, I found there's another organization besides Normal, NORML.org. There's another one just for minorities in nonprofits, so it's an organization that helps minorities get into the nonprofit business. And by minorities, they mean women and all different kind of people. So Google them. I thought I had them here. I don't have them right off. Easily to find and tell you, but just Google something. Look for a .org. That's all you want. Is a .org, not a .com or anything like that. And it'd be for minorities to get into the marijuana business. Because see, states now have special money to get minorities. What was the name again? Normal, NORML.org, and the other one is minorities. I don't know why it's here. I thought I put it in here. It should be in here, but there's another organization that just aims at minorities. So if you Google minorities and marijuana businesses, because they're helping minorities understand the laws, because a lot of states now have special programs, even grants and loans and stuff like that for people to get a business. They're setting set-asides because this is a whole new growth of businesses. And out in California, what they believe is that the reason they're doing it this way is that they feel minorities were hurt by weed went yesterday, which, yes, that was the day, 420. They feel that the minorities were hurt most by the marijuana laws, that were punitive. And so now you can't afford to get in the marijuana business unless you have lots of money. It depends on where in the you could say that, and you could say the opposite too. And tell you what you want to do in the marijuana business. You want to grow it? Yeah, it probably does. But there's so many products. What you could do, I mean, I've talked to so many people in crowdfunding campaigns. Have some little device or some little package or some little toy or whatever to learn to raise money for the marijuana business. So they start what, $100, and they go and crowdfund and they get $15,000 to do the products on the market. They have customers and everything, and now they're in business. Should I graduate the university and become a businessman? Well, I don't think so, but that's a biased thing. You want to become a business person? You go be a business person. You don't have to run General Motors, right? You just be I'm in business. What kind of business you want to do? Okay, you start a lawnmower business. Start any kind of business. Start learning that. What toy specialty are you talking about? Because that doesn't make any sense. What toys? Oh, there's just gadgets on what to keep your marijuana in, well, a little pouch, all this kind of thing. You go to Kickstarter and Indiegogo and put cannabis or marijuana, and you'll see all the fundraising things that are in it. You go to my YouTube website. I mean, I have 3,000 videos there, and 2/3 of them are people I've interviewed of things like that. That's right. By the way, I got a letter because I talked in my One Stop. This is Lesko.com One Stop. This thing I have how to find all your missing money. There's about 20 different offices in the government that have missing money. If I can't buy a house and bury it, that's $70. I only make $5,000. So if I only make time, I'm a first-time home buyer. I don't know. In Bay Area, it's very, but what you have to go find out. Don't trust me no matter what I say. You have to go and find the resources that are available in the Bay Area. Now, I put them in my housing report, so if you want to order a housing report, but that's like $50, I show you every bloody program. And there'll be like 100, 150 programs in the area. Or what you can do is go to HUD.gov and put in counseling, and you'll see the counseling people there. These are free people to get grants to help you, and that's a good place to start, and they will help you get started along that path, you know, to see. But don't, no matter if they say yes or no, don't believe them. You still have to there's 100 other places to check, so you keep going, but that's a place to start on that. So the states that have money for weed and stuff, and for the weed business, it is because they thought the laws that were punitive were hurting minorities. So they're trying to make sure that minorities have a piece of this business. So that's why they're having set-asides and things. Because what, you know, the rich white guys are coming in and going to soak it all up. I mean, this is what this country is becoming. The California resident 325, will I find source to help in programs in international? I find a source for helping programs feeding international for poor children. Joan, no, more that will help you feeding you and your children and everything else you want to do. It'll help you in the business, but a better one is the one I do on businesses or nonprofit. Now that's a $79 one. So if you go to lesko.com/business, you'll see there. Or even there, I have a $20 one that will get you started nicely. The one-stop for your state is really a collection for personal and family, and it'll tell you about everything, whether, you know, dealing with your student debt or your rent or your mortgage or health care or dental care, you know, all this kind of stuff. 320 of them. So there'll be ways for you to have money to live on while you're starting this international program. You know, it is really more what it's for. It's not help with the international program. But tell you the truth, if you get the one-stop, I mean the $20 report, $19.95, on the 10 best ways to start a nonprofit and the money sources, I think that's the best thing to do with that. That and the one-stop. Then you'll be pretty much good to go, and also know all the sources that keep yourself going while you're saving the world, yeah, and everything else that's going on. Let me see what. So normal, and that nonprofit. Darn, I had something. So if I put marijuana. Minority. I can't spell fast enough or type well enough. Minority cannabis businesses. Oh, that's it. Maybe that's it. Let me see if that's it. Yeah. Minority Cannabis Business Association, okay? I think it's like $30, you know, and you're a member. But see, these are the people involved from the beginning. You know, otherwise you get a consultant that's going to tell you about, you know, wants to charge you for everything you don't know, and you go to something like this. The Vision USA org is down until 2019. I don't know what Vision USA is. thevisionusa.org. Sorry, Gabe, don't know what that is. The Minority Cannabis Business Association. That's the other one besides normal, and that's a .org. So that's why the nonprofit organization. And see, you can go to a meeting. I got there's meetings that, you know, and talk to people who've been active in this industry for 20 years, and their motive is not to make money out of you, is to growth in the industry, and because they're really committed to this. I have no legs and no arms and no head, but the Tories say I'm fit for work. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but that could be true in, you know, bureaucraties. That's what I want to call my stuff now. When I'm thinking about, I'm still working on getting us a grant. Well, that's a problem. I mean, don't forget, Alan, only 20% of the free money that's given out is called grants. You know, so don't ask for a grant. You know, you're looking for assistance or whatever. You got to learn the program. So you don't go out and just look for something to solve your problem. You go out and look for what's out there, and then you have to be clever to see how it can be used to solve your problem. So there's no grants out there with your name on it. You know, if you do, that's an accident. You know, the grants are out there to solve problems in life, and you have to go out there and see, hey, how could I use that? You know, to help me. So that's why, to me, it's really, you have to get the biggest list possible, and I mean, that's what I try to do for people, is show you the biggest list possible, you know, for all these programs, so you could see how this would fit for you. But don't look for ones with your names on it. You don't know what it's got. First of all, your biggest problem right away is saying grants. Well, if you're really looking for free money, then if you're saying grants, that means you're only looking at 10 or 20% of the free money available. You missed 80% right away. That's what I mean. See, what in the title of this session today, I'm calling it, it's the People's Guide to Government Giveaways and Financial Assistance. Okay, the People's Guide to Government Giveaways and Financial Assistance. Okay, if you're a hotshot professional, you already know, because you're hiring big consultants and experts and things like that to help you through this process, that know all this stuff, okay? And so you're going to pay tens of thousands of dollars or whatever for that kind of help. You don't have that money. That's why you're looking for money. You don't have money. So it's crazy. So and then plus, when you go to the government, you have things like, oh, Urban Homesteading Act. Now, this is a favorite line of mine. See, the government calls stuff that you don't even know what the hell it means that they're using it. You know, what the hell is the Urban Homesteading Act? I think of the old cowboy movies, you know, the homesteading and whatever. But it really, you know, they're houses for $1. If you read the small print, that's what you're going to get. Okay? And nobody is in Washington, you know, trying to make it easy and understandable for everybody. Don't forget to use my email. For what? I'm sorry, Doc who? What to do? I'm not sure. I guess I missed the beginning of something, and I pick up in the middle what you're talking about, and I have no idea what it is. No idea what it is. So that's why I'm trying to make it all in English, and you still have to follow up. The most important thing, if you don't follow up, you're going to read something and just dismiss it, you're never going to find anything. You know? The thing is, you have to get there by accident, and you don't know how to make an accident. And that's what you have to do. Your commercials are so cool. Yeah, I had fun doing them. But again, it was only a half hour. Look, I've talked for about 25 minutes already. You could never put that on TV. It cost me millions and millions of dollars, you know, and I couldn't afford it. That's why I had to talk in 60-second sound bites and hope to get my message across. Now it's great, because I can really tell you that, you know, I could sit down and tell you, yeah, okay, only, you know, 20% are called grants, so you don't want to ask for a grant. It's going to be hard as hell, and you don't know where they are. Yeah, I don't have time to say that in 60 seconds. I just got to entertain. But the way I covered myself on all that, if you think I lied, I'll give you your money back. I don't care. Yeah. Anytime you buy anything from me, no matter what your problem is, you think I'm an asshole, you think I lied, you think I did it, it's a fraud, fine. You know, I'll give you your money back, because it's really my problem. I just don't have time enough to explain it all to you, and I'm willing to take a chance. You know, that you know, it isn't for you, just to hopefully educate you just a little bit about what's out there. And the reason I do this and plan to do it for 20 more years is that the rich people use the hell out of it. This is how everybody's making money. They're making more money out of the government than anybody else. Yep. And they even come to Washington and change the laws so they can make more money. So there's a lot for everybody here. There's not only for the rich. Sure, I mean, just like a tax cut, got an extra $1 trillion we gave the rich, and we're going to cut out food stamps for the poor, so we can pay for it. Now that's sort of like a reverse Robin Hood, isn't it? We're going broke now because we just gave $1 trillion away. I know you're not a fraud because I saw you pass the lie detector. Oh, the lie detector, yes. Yeah, I have that. If you go YouTube, I don't know if you get Lesko and lie detector, if it'll come up. But if you go to my channel, I'm sure I have it there. But yeah, I just put it up in the last couple of weeks again. Yeah, I took a lie detector on national TV, you know, about this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do it any other way. Yeah, there's too much. Sure, I'm probably guilty of hyperbole. Is that the word? And exaggerate, because it is to me exactly. I mean, but again, to me, the people who should have lie detector tests are the people who tell you about what the afterlife is. Who really knows? You know, how do they get away with doing that? Why doesn't the FTC go after them? You gotta have proof, man. But who knows? That's why, to me, no matter what, I'll give you your money back no matter what. So that's why it's not like I'm selling you $1 million things for $50. You know, if you think I lied, fine. You get it back. Let's see. So we covered the cannabis and those two associations, the cannabis business. But that's it. You go to nonprofit organizations. You go to things like meetups. You want to take a course in real estate investment. You go to free meetup course. You don't take any course for $5,000, $6,000, $30,000. You know, the same thing. You want to know how to market online? No. Google gives you. You could take a Google course for free on how to market online. So why do that? Why not do that instead of going to some seminar for $300 and do that? You go to a meetup group. They're free all over the country. You go to meetup.com and there's people who are just people in your community that want to share ideas about marketing online. That's how you do it. You don't Google internet and look for help, because all you have people is selling you stuff. Yeah, you go to YouTube, you listen to a dozen videos, you know, about that. So many people, I mean, they're really good on that. They teach you most things on the internet, and maybe the first video you don't know what the hell they're talking about. You listen to another one. It's like anything. You have to go through the problems involved in learning. Yeah, the more you know, the more you can know, and that's how learning happens. You know a little bit, and then you build onto that, and you build onto that. But you got to start. You just can't get the picture at the end before you start. It's a slow building process. You got to lay in the cement in the ground, and then the first floor, second floor, how high you going, and you just do. If you're not willing to put in work, then you're just going to put more work into finding new options that don't work for you. Are you the guy from the commercial? Well, years ago, yes, I did a lot of commercials. And I must be the same one, because I still don't run into people who wear question mark suits. Yeah. Edward, a.k.a. the Riddler. Right. Well, I got ex-wives call me other things. But anybody have any questions? I just wanted to get some out. And remember that this is my new offer now. free.lesko.com. And it's top 50, free.lesko.com, and top 50, and then the one stop, lesko.com/one stop. I agree, one has to do the due diligence, right? I thought maybe you were trying to impersonate him. Maybe. And here's where reach me. LescoFreeRadio@gmail.com. LescoFreeRadio@gmail.com. Well, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to, I got lots of, how long do you think we will be deprivatized healthcare and have the government take it over? Yeah, you and I probably won't live long enough to deprivatize healthcare, but it seems that other countries, that's the way they're doing it. But even, and we're so stuck with our head in the sand because we think anything that's government is terrible. A lot of things are, a lot of things aren't. It's like everything. So from the other side, everything in the business is terrible. No, a lot of businesses are, and a lot of businesses aren't. Yeah. So it's what it is. But all I see in healthcare is that we pay twice as much as any other developed country in the world and get lousier results. You know, and they all have one-payer systems and we don't. Now that's a clue. But actually, even on the other side, if we're so pig-headed that we're not going to do that, I think there's some interesting things happening now. You look at the state systems, a lot of them now. Virginia, which didn't have that expansion to Medicaid, and now doing that. Other states are starting their own systems, own single-payer systems to do this. good money programs are there? Yes, there are a lot of good money programs, but you can have them if you're blind or not. That's the important thing. The other thing I think is what's going on is big companies. I mean, look at who's the sage of Omaha? Who's that big billionaire guy? Why do I keep forgetting him? His name. But him and Amazon, a bunch of big companies are pulling together to start their own healthcare system. So this will be a one pay. I mean, they'll have like 80 million employees all getting one system. Warren Buffett, yeah. So Buffett, and that's sort of like maybe one payer. I mean, we pay twice as much. It's terrible with it. Like now, I mean, I'm getting my teeth cleaned for free. I'm going down to Howard University on Tuesday, get them free. I'm a dentist. Dentist prices went up so much in the last 10 years, and they're complaining because of Obamacare. They can't make as much money, at least my dentist is. And a teeth cleaning could be $200, $300, $400, depending on how many x-rays. Man, I'm going down to the university and getting it for free or next to nothing. It's like pulling teeth. Yes, going to the dentist is like that. Or changing someone's philosophy is. What's up with the Riddler getup? No, nothing, just having fun. And that's a lot of people think that it was because I used to do a lot of commercials with my Riddler outfit on, or this outfit. I don't think it's a regular. I have questions because, and I just did a video recently on this, is the answers are easy in this country now, okay, in our world. We live in a world of information explosion. We're creating more information now than any time in the history of the world. I mean, right now, they estimate that people who run Google, and they know this probably more than anybody, like in 2 days, we're creating the same amount of information as like the first 5,000 years of mankind or whatever, if it has been that long. but since the history of man, in 2 days, we're doubling that or whatever it is. I mean, it's just outstanding. So that's what, you could go on Google and you'll get 1,000 answers to anything you want. What's the cheapest this? How do I make $1 million? You got a gazillion answers. See, so answers are cheap. What good site for investors, for businesses that are not a crowdfunding or not Meetup? There are investors for, there are just investor sites. If you have my What Up, I forget, I don't know if I sent you that or whatever. There's investors. Some of them cost a little money to get on, and some of them don't. But they're really just looking for investors, not crowdfunding. And Indiegogo even has one, because they changed the laws recently too, that you could be a public company a lot cheaper than ever. But so there's that kinds of now, and it's really crowded. And then there's investor sites too, the same thing, and it's sort of part of crowdfunding, but it's not. And they're really, only rich people could be on them. You have to have incomes of up to $250,000 or more. And that's the money. You've been doing this gimmick since gimmick, no, this is me. People think it's a gimmick. No, this is me inside. I mean, to me, what I found early in life, I was trying to do stuff, it is the happier I became and the better I did was to find out what's inside me. To me, most of my life, and I think most of us live, we're trying to figure out what's out there that we could use to be successful. Well, after I tried that, after 2 failing businesses, even had a computer business that failed in the 70s, getting an MBA and all that kind of stuff, is that I said, okay, none of that worked, but I was not having fun. So to me, I said, okay, I don't give a shit. I failed again. What the hell? This time I'm going to have fun. When I started having fun, that's when it was different. And having fun means digging deep inside you, trying to find out what's inside you so you can give that to people. Yeah, and that's the way you're contributing to society. So society won't pay you if you ain't contributing shit. You know. Yeah. In other words, you want to scam society by just sitting on the couch and having people throw money at you. Well, that's a scam. And what you have to do is figure out what you have inside you that you could give the rest of society, and figure out a way to get. They'll pay you for it if it has to be important enough, right? So I found the more I dug inside me, not only I was having more fun than trying to do what everybody else says I should do, I was making more money too. Because people wanted that. They didn't want the same as everybody else, you know, whatever. You don't know, do you, free Lesko? No, no commercials. This is, I just spent a half hour talking to you. I couldn't afford that on TV. But people in different places. I want to learn this. I want to learn how, where the people are, what their problems are, how can I reach them and help them package the information they need, so you have one idiot like me that does all the research, and the rest of you, could leverage that and use it. So if I find the thing, like I found a little program in Florida, you get $5,000 if you're a small business at home. That's what it is, just $5,000 for people, a small business at home. So I put that on my Facebook.com free money news. They're the kinds of things, I put it. Here, big banks have big scams for little customers. $5,000 to $20,000 for small office, home office. That's right. So you have a small office, home office, you get $5,000, $20,000. And that's a program in Florida. Now, how are you going to find that? See, I research every day, I find it. So that's why I try to package it, and share it with people so they don't have to find out. What's the name to get the funds? What funds? See, there's no one name, no one nothing. For everything's different. There's, the biggest thing is Lesko.com, one stop. That is, will be 300. If you don't know what to do, how to start, that's the one, because that will show you where everything is for small business at home business. That's in Florida, okay? Now, what's in your state? That's what you have to do is research, and I'll do the research for you, or you could start researching it for you. If you go to Facebook.com/freemoneynews, you will see it there. Facebook.com/freemoneynews, and the link to the office in Florida. Now, what your obligation is, should you choose to accept it, is go find similar ones in your country, your city, state, county. You have to go, and you just don't Google grants for office, in Milwaukee. Not going to find it, it probably won't be called that, and that's it. You have to know where this stuff works. You have to know the river system, the mother source, and where it's all coming from, and follow that. So that's it. Your state government, your federal government, your city government, your county government, and nonprofit organizations. And none of them are .coms. So you never want to go to .com. So, and that's what it's all about. These other people who get money and grants to help you for free. Now, this is probably, if you want to get started in a way, this is a good place to start. The top 50. I'll give you the top 50 programs, in the country, for you that are the best giveaways, the top 50 giveaways, the government and free services and all this kind of stuff. And it's a 25% off, so it's like $14. So free.lesko.com/top50. And you can download right away and start it, before I turn off all these videos. I'm going to be a hamburger now. Are you going to be the hamburglar next? That'd be fun. I thought they were cute, the hamburgers. And so free.lesko.com/top50. Okay, that's $14.95, and that could be. And there's a video explaining each of those 50 programs. So you got a video explaining each 50 programs. Now the big mother load, and actually I got a discount if you as an upsell of that, but is Lesko.com one stop. Okay, so if that's right. I was listening to an audiobook, Crush It, by Gary V. His business advice is like yours. Find something you love, get online for free, talk about what you love, make a business talking about what you love. Yeah, there's nothing new. I mean, when I find this, and everything I found was by trial and error myself, and then I go hear these gurus talk about it. Oh, everybody else finds to say the same thing. Can you help me become a millionaire? Maybe not. The only way to become a millionaire is not to try to be one. Because if you try to be a millionaire, then you'll do that more than anything, and you'll find out you wound up doing stuff that you really don't think is important in life. You just did it for money. And to me, if you keep working for money all your life, you're gonna have a shitty life. Because there's just so much more than life, than that. It's nice to do it, but so that's why, to me, the key is finding something you love to do, finding something you think is important to do, and then figure out how to make money doing it. So now you have something that you want to do every day, you think is important to do every day, and you're making a living doing it. So then to me also, you don't have to worry about things like, is your job interesting? You just think it's interesting every day. Are you worried about retirement? No, because I'm not going to ever retire. I'm going to do this till I fucking die. Worried people, you get enough love in life? No. If you're giving love out, it comes by. If you're trying to, scam people, get money as fast as you can or whatever, that's not loving people. That's not worrying about other people. That's worrying about you and your money only. And so who the hell could love somebody like that? People do, because all they want is your money and not you. So that's why, but that's a personal biased opinion. And we all have to struggle through this life our own way. And we all have zillions of ways to do it. And I think the biggest sin in life is telling somebody else how to live. I don't know what to do my own goddamn life. How can I tell you? Nobody does. So anybody who tells you what you should be doing, that's bullshit. You can take their advice, but they don't know what they're doing with their life. And the best thing about advice is having someone listen to what you think, so you could maybe change a little, or so you hear what you're thinking. Because when you're thinking internally is different, you'll hear it differently if you tell it to somebody else. And that's what shrinks are all about. You really do be your own shrink. His superpower is he will make you question your sanity. Are you a rise to riches story? Well, I started with nothing. But riches, that's, to me, it's digging inside. There's just, how much can you give in life? It's not how much you could take. So rags to riches means you're going to take things for life. And I think, and maybe it's just me, I'm sure I didn't think this way, 30, 40 years ago. Can I get money being a lazy Mexican? No, but you should turn on another channel, because I know a lot of Mexicans that aren't lazy. I know a lot of Americans that are lazy. But it's giving, and if you're not giving, then you don't feel good about yourself, and sure, you get beat up or whatever, but to me, that's the big game. Nobody's going, you got all this crap. What do you need a bigger house for? A bigger car? And just impress other people. And I think that's why most of us do this. Try to get more money, try to get bigger this, that. Is impress other people. Not that we really think that this is the meaning of life, but it's the way to just say fuck you or impress other people or whatever. So that means you're working not for anything intrinsic or any contribution. And that's what we all have to find. You're the green money guy. Oh, I don't know, green. I got green today, but I got suits on. My favorite color is yellow. And I have yellow suits too. So all kinds of suits. Okay, guys, it's 40 minutes and I gotta go up to Comic-Con. Should I go to Comic-Con? With the green suit? I have lots of suits, all kind of colors. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Here's the websites or whatever. This is, I want a basement for my kids to play in. Yes. Free.lesko.com, top 50. Lesko.com/one-stop. And LeskoFreeRadio@gmail.com. And on this email, or anywhere, now if you're not a paying customer, and I didn't reply in 2 days, just hit on me again, because I do a lot of stuff, and I don't mean to ignore anybody. I just get screwed up, and I make a lot of mistakes. And the older I get, the more mistakes. And wonderful words from you. Thank you so much. And I want some warmth. Let's talk soon, okay? Okay, whatever. But this is a new thing I have. It's doing very well. If you're interested, and like I say, it's a video explaining 50 of the best programs. 50 videos in there. That's right. What's so neat about not doing reference book, man, I could give you videos, explain all this stuff. Not just phone numbers like I used to do. So that's cool. And Lesko.com/talk. I have fun doing that. People do it. And in 10-15 minutes, or like $20, I'll solve all your problems. Actually, I don't solve them. You got to solve them, but I show you sources and options to get the money and help you need, to get that problem solved. And what happens a lot of times, you follow that source and you'll see a better opportunity than what you thought you wanted to. And that's what life is about. So you don't find that better opportunity until you struggle doing the one that you have in front of you now. So the best thing in life is do something. Never do nothing. So even if it's a shitty idea, doing something will bring you more success, no matter what it is, than doing nothing. That's the name of the game, because nobody has the secret answer. We're all struggling. Take care.